estamos bailando. Tu boca y la mía felices gozando. Vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Déjame decirte, mami, una cosita. Yo te doy lo que tú necesitas. Solo quiero que tú seas mía. Quiero hacértelo. La luna yo te bajaré. Mi corazón te lo daré. Conmigo vas a enloquecer. Yo quiero estar contigo. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Oye, él no te quiere, no sabe cuidarte. Oye, yo tengo un mundo para darte. Yo solo quiero cuidarte. Oye, mueve la cintura. Oye, que seas mía toda la vida. Solo eso quiero.
Hey, Speedy, welcome to the show for everyone. This is SPEEDy Sports on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Makudi will bring you moments of your life, and I am Benny Kuji. A lot of sporting activity, always there's a lot of sporting activity, yes, activities, yes. Breaking news. Okay, Tottenham just hired a new coach after sacking Thomas Frank. Tottenham has appointed ex-Juve coach Igor Tudor as their new interim manager. It's not a permanent deal. Let's see if Tudor can come in and steady that ship. You know, Tottenham are in a precarious situation right now. They just have to, if they don't play well, maybe Tottenham may be relegated. It's a hard one for Tottenham. It's a very difficult job. I will not even wish anybody that job right now. But Tudor, I think he is good. He's a good coach. Even with Juventus, he has proven himself over and over again. I think let's see how he will take this job and how he will come out of it. Okay, other news. There are a lot of things happening. Yesterday we were not here, and then Barcelona was thrashed. Yes, they were thrashed by Atletico Madrid 4-0. All goals in the first half. It's a big one for a club like Barcelona to suffer that kind of beating. Yes, I'll put it that way. That kind of beating at the Wanda Metropolitano. It was a lot of Barcelona's legend. They were not happy about that, but they're still the second leg, and Barcelona are known for doing the impossible. But I think it's going to be difficult with what the Atletico coach is having right now. Those forward, the players like Lookman, he's just in his peak right now, but anything is possible in football. A lot of other news for Manchester City also are in a precarious situation right now. Pedri, you know Pedri, one of the best midfielders in the world. He said something about the referee when I think February 1st, when Manchester City played Tottenham. Yes, after that match, Tottenham came down. During the game, Tottenham came from 2 down to equalize that game, and they played a 2-2 draw. Pedri was not happy. Guardiola was not happy because of a particular goal where Solanke scored, and he said a lot of debate over that goal shouldn't have stood, but Pedri came out, gave his interview, and now the FA is charging him for improper conduct. The referee is charging him that he is not allowed to say such about the referee, and that is our topic today. I want to actually find out. I know the law says that you cannot criticize the referee, you cannot say things against match officials. Yes, that is what the law says. But I want to ask: is it actually right when professional players are not given that latitude to actually criticize those referees? If they can face all the criticism in the world, they face the press and everything, why are they not allowed to actually air the views? That is what we'll be discussing. But before we go into all of that, let's bring you up to speed with the latest sport news around you and around the world. Kenya's Ezra Kipchumba Kering emerged victorious at the 11th edition of the Lagos City Marathon on Saturday, completing the 42-kilometer race in 2 hours, 11 minutes, 55 seconds. In the women's category, Ethiopia's Meseret Dimke finished first with 2 hours, 37 minutes, 36 seconds. The Lagos City Marathon is still ongoing, and therefore we'll update you on the latest as the marathon continues. The Confederation of African Football has confirmed that Morocco remains the host for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations. Speaking after a CAF Executive Committee meeting in Dar es Salaam, CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe addressed the rumors directly, stating on Friday that the tournament will take place on schedule from 17th of March to 3rd of April 2026. Addressing rumors over the staging of the 16th edition of the Africa's Women's Football Competition, Motsepe said, there is discussion taking place and a lot of competitions. Morocco came to assist. There are many countries that wants to host it, but because we don't have time and our standards were very high, the WAFCON continues. As we speak now, we still have an engagement with Morocco. Motsepe also stressed the importance of sticking to the agreed timeline. We can't change the date because it is part of the qualification pathway for the Women's World Cup. WAFCON will continue and it will be successful. That is from Motsepe. You remember we've reported that here. There are a lot of speculation that Morocco were about to pull out of the host of the WAFCON from the fallback of the AFCON that were just concluded AFCON. Morocco said they were going to pull out, and South Africa came out. The South African Deputy Minister of Sport came out and said South Africa is ready to host it. But immediately the Minister of Sport came out and said no, Morocco is still the host. Until Morocco refuses, then South Africa will step in. And now Motsepe, also a South African, is telling us that everything is going as planned, and WAFCON is still holding in Morocco. Then back to our topic of discussion. Manchester City midfielder Rodri has been charged by the English Football Association after saying referees have to be neutral following his side controversial clash with Tottenham. Rodri was incensed with referee Robert Johnson's decision to allow Dominic Solanke's goal in City's 2-2 draw at Tottenham in the Premier League on February 1st. He felt Solanke's goal should He felt Solanke's goal should have been ruled out because the Tottenham striker kicked the back of City's defender Mark Guehi's leg in the act of scoring. I know we want too many, and the people don't want us to win, but the referee has to be neutral. Rodri told an Australian broadcaster after Tottenham fought back from 2 goals down. It's not fair because we work so hard. When everything is finished, you are frustrated. The FA announced on Friday that the 29-year-old has been charged with misconduct over his remark. And my question is, should professional players, professional athletes be granted the latitude to publicly criticize officiating? Yes, that is our question today. Should players be given that freedom to publicly criticize the referees? Because we've seen this over and over again, where when things happen, players cannot actually speak their mind, and referees sometimes they take they just officiate, and therefore a lot of people just feel that the officiating is so bad, and yet nobody can talk about it. Should players be actually given that degree of latitude for them to actually come out and criticize their players? That is our topic of discussion, and the numbers to call on the show today is 0903 648 5868. I'll take the number again, 0903 648 5868. You can also be a part of the show when you comment on our Facebook handle. The Facebook handle is Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM Makudi. Once you comment there, I'll be here to read your comments live. Okay, let's go into this. Now, if you missed that match, what happened there was I think the second goal where Solanke actually wanted to shoot that ball, and then Maguire, the Tottenham defender, leg was there before him, and in the process, instead of striking the ball, he struck Mark's leg, and then the ball went into the back of his foot, and then the ball went into the net. Even after VAR reviews and replays and everything, the referee finally gave that one as a goal. And Manchester City have been frustrated. In fact, from the coach to the players, they feel that they have won a lot of Premier League titles back to back. Yes. Therefore, there is a conspiracy to stop them from winning stop Guardiola from dominating England. Because as it seems, Guardiola have conquered Spain, Germany, and even England. A lot of people will say then that he was in Spain. He has not tested England. He was in Germany. He has not seen anything. The English Premier League is different, and therefore he came to England, and now he has won the Premiership and still on the path. Yes, because right now he's actually chasing Arsenal, and they believe that there is a conspiracy not to allow them win this one, and therefore the referees are part of that conspiracy. Rodri was able to boldly come out and say that the referees should be neutral. Yes, they've won a lot of trophies, but he feels that this is what is happening, and therefore the FA have come out to say that he said something very, very wrong, and therefore he should face a disciplinary panel. And I'm asking, why is it that players and coaches can't be allowed to at least say their mind? Is it right for them? Should they be allowed to actually come out and say their mind? Why is it just like that? Because some interviews, you hear coaches and players, they want to talk and they are so scared of talking. Why are they not allowed to talk? Should it be better for them to allow to talk? This is our topic of discussion. The number to call again is 0903 648 5868. 0903 648 5868. Hello.
Good evening, Benny Kuji.
Good evening.
This is Ugondemos. I'm calling from Sabon Gida again.
Ugondemos, you're welcome to the show.
uh, you believe with me that at times the organizers do collaborate with referees to rob other clubs.
I don't.
So
I don't believe that with you.
I'm the one saying it, and it is what I've seen. I saw it at many competitions. So that is why they don't allow them to speak. Because if they speak, the whole world will hear. And it is unfair, because if someone is cheated, allow him to express himself. Yes. If I feel I'm cheated and you don't allow me to talk, in fact, I will not be happy. And for Guardiola, I know they have been against him this season many occasions. You see the match they played against this other club that they won 3-2 or 3-1. Their goal was disallowed.
Yes.
There was no reason that goal should have been disallowed.
Okay, is it the game against Liverpool?
Yes, the game against Liverpool. They thought they scored a third goal that was disallowed, and the referee can't come out openly and tell the whole world the reason why he disallowed that goal.
I thought he explained it.
I wasn't satisfied with their
You say he didn't come out to tell you when he explained it. Even in the field there, he explained it from his...
The explanation wasn't accurate. There was no reason. So, I see the organizers are the one. At times, they collaborate with referees to cheat other sports. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that one. Okay. The last caller is saying that he thinks that the organizers actually come together to cheat other clubs, but how do you even determine that they want to cheat another club? I don't know how you determine that. Okay, we have another caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
go on.
You are speaking with John Joe Auna from Yelota. Is it a sports?
Yes, John. You're welcome to the show.
I keep the date and the time. What is the question of today?
Okay, I'm asking. Rodri of Man City has been questioned by the FA for his statement after the game between Man City and Tottenham, where he came out and said that the referee was not fair, and that there's a conspiracy against Man City this season, and therefore he doesn't feel happy. So the FA is trying to charge him for improper conduct, and I'm asking, why is it that players are not allowed to air their frustration? Why is it that players are not given that latitude to come out and actually criticize referees?
Well, it's let me say, it's a modern days now. Football now, we don't have intimidation in football too much. Because before, the intimidation is in football. Everybody know what he's doing and what he's facing. You understand? So, for me, I can say.
Okay, we lost that one. Sorry. I'm sorry we lost that one. You can call back if you haven't finished what you were trying to say. Okay, another caller. Hello.
Good evening, Benjamin Kuji.
Good evening.
Thank you. Kenneth calling from airport.
Kenneth.
Yes.
Okay, Kenneth. Should players be given that latitude to criticize match officials?
First and foremost, I want to agree with one of your callers. I think the first caller before this last one, I think that was Nicodemus or so.
Not Nicodemus. Just go on.
No. Yeah, where he said there is an agenda from the FA with the officials. They collaborate to maybe beat bias against some teams. I would just agree in some way with him, because we all knew what was happening to us during Sir Alex Ferguson term in the Premier League with officials, which we all agreed, and we were even of the opinion that they had a particular ref who was of Manchester United. I don't want to mention his name.
Yes.
But I wouldn't want to as well say players should be allowed to question the referee's authority when they officiate matches. To go as far as saying they are against them because they want too much. Because within this period when they were winning, calls were also going their way unjustly. Things that were supposed to go the way of the opponent will go Man City's way. Then we didn't hear any complaint from either a Man City player or
but now what I'm saying is general. Last season, 2 seasons ago, Arsenal were crying of this, if you remember.
That is what I'm saying.
Arsenal were crying of this. So I'm asking, why should they be allowed to criticize? If you look at that time, if you listen to what your coach Arteta, he couldn't come out and say anything. Yes. Sometimes he just beat around the bush.
I'm coming. Not that he wasn't complaining. He did complain. But you should be constructive with your complaint.
Okay.
You don't just come out and criticize publicly the way Rodri did. That is where they are against. You should complain. But they say when you complain something and somebody will know you have a case. You don't come out publicly and do it the way Rodri did. I think I'm also against what he said.
So what you are trying to say now, even if you are cheated, you feel cheated, what you should just do, you come and romance the word and say it in a way that will not be hurtful. I will not.
Oh yes, no, that will not be helpful. They say when you say something, that person would also know that yes, I was wrong in this instance. I was wrong, but not to come and say it the way tomorrow you will be questioned that some monies will be taken from you for you paying fines. Yes. Okay. So I think players should learn how to manage themselves whenever they feel frustrated.
Okay.
Because these things go almost round with all the clubs, not just with one particular club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that one.
Well,
okay, Kenneth is saying that despite the fact that a lot of clubs are suffering the same thing, if Manchester City are complaining right now, last year they were beneficial to this. Hello.
Hello, Benjamin Kuji. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sylvester from North Bank.
Okay, Sylvester, go on.
In a society when there is no rules and regulation, there is no way you can manage that society success.
I agree with you.
If that law does not apply to players, not to say something that is against the officiating like that. At the game of football, everybody, when once you lose any match, you will come out with different type of complaints. It will be a daily routine. It will make football to look somehow very hopeless. You look as if there is no rules and regulations. Because there must be a limit to their utterance. That is normal. If that case is not, if that rules and regulations is not enforced, any club that loses, for example, Manchester City, I think they have carried the Premier League 3 consecutive times. Really?
Yes.
Then if this season is not their own, they should take it like that, because life is not all you all the time. There must be
so now you agree with what Rodri said, because they've won it 3 times. They are just conspiring to make sure that they don't win it the 4th time.
I'm a football lover. I don't find any particular club. You understand my point? So if you see, for example, there was a time Barcelona was dominating La Liga all the time. They even changed when Zidane came. Madrid started dominating them too. Then time goes on, they exchange the dominance. You understand? During the days of Alex Ferguson, at least everybody know that Alex Ferguson was the only favorite coach in England. You understand?
Yes.
But with 10 now, you see how things turn against Man United.
Now, when there is a change, when there's a change of guard the proper way, I think nobody will complain. But when there's a change and it's like a forced change, and therefore
you see, as human being is concerned, because of imperfection in all of us,
Yes.
there is nothing will be proper in our eyes. If it is proper to you, it will not be proper to me. Is that all right?
All right, thanks for that one.
That's the little I can control.
All right, thanks for that one. As human beings, what he's trying to say is that you cannot please everybody. Even if you're saying, if something happened on the pitch and then somebody is crying, the other person will also, if you favor the other person, the other one will cry. If you favor this one, the other one will cry. But the bottom line is, there's a rule that states that you cannot criticize match officials. You cannot come out and publicly criticize match officials. And I am asking, is this rule actually good? Because most times when you have after a match and players are so infuriated and a lot of things that happened in the pitch, and then you are compelled to go for a presser. You are compelled to go for a press conference, and then you cannot even say your mind. You cannot even say anything that happened. You can only just maybe according to what Kenneth said, you just beat around the bush. You cannot come out to say, is it a proper one? Should players be actually given that freedom to actually air their frustration? That is my question today. I think our time is fast spent. Maybe if we just get one call, we will round the show, and I'll just fast. I'll go to the matches that we have today in the FA Cup. Yes, in the FA Cup. Yes, West Ham has already played with Bhutan. West Ham won that 1-0 after extra time. Burnley versus Mansfield. Mansfield won that 2-1. Manchester City defeated Salford 2-0, and Norwich Town defeated West Brom 2-0. Right now, Southampton versus Leicester, and they're in extra time now. Southampton is winning 2-1. Later to come on, Aston Villa versus Newcastle, and then Liverpool versus Brighton. I think this is the much we can take on the show. Tomorrow we'll be here to talk sport. Talking sport is what I always do here with you, and I will say from me to you, God bless your heart. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Él te jura un falso amor, es un abusador. Juega con tu corazón, sabes decir que no. La ilusión, el tiempo ni la razón. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te traigo flores. Dame una oportunidad. Tu cuerpo y el mío juntitos bailando. Felices gozando, vas moviendo la cintura, sube la temperatura. Yo te regalo mi universo, ya no lo pienses más. Oye, déjame curarte este mal de amores. Me duele verte llorar. Oye, él te trata mal, yo te...
As King Radio 98.5